Witnessing without taking it on. Unshared responsibility. Quiet boundaries and seeing one another in oppressive systems. Dream retelling. I'm living in a temporary place in the city with two other people. It feels like a shelter, but more structured. Concrete walls, separate rooms, but no doors. Everyone can see into everyone else's space. Privacy exists only by mutual respect, not by barriers. We've just woken up and are trying to sort out the basics of the day. One question keeps circling. Who is supposed to empty the trash dumpster for our section? There's a quiet tension around it. Part of me feels resistant. It doesn't feel like my responsibility. I'm not sure whether I should take the trash out, add more to it, or leave it alone. Eventually, I think I just do it, or at least accept that it will get done. We're also trying to figure out where everyone is going that day. Who's heading out and who's staying behind? At one point, I stand up and start talking with someone about it, then quickly realize how loud our conversation is. In this open communal space, every word carries. It feels inappropriate to talk so freely when others are still resting. Later, while we're out in the city, I see authorities putting a sticker on a garbage bin, something like a repossession notice. It feels abrupt and heavy-handed. The man who oversees that dumpster, or maybe a close friend of his, is nearby. It seems like his friend may even be getting arrested at the same time. The whole thing feels intrusive, like an already fragile situation is being made worse in the middle of someone trying to conduct basic business or survival. When I see the man again back at the compound, I tell him what I witnessed, that I saw the sticker slapped onto the dumpster. I don't offer a solution. I just name that I saw it happen. There's another scene that unfolds like a courtroom or possibly a church service. Two people from our community are there, acting as witnesses or participants. During the proceedings, both of them drop to their knees as if overcome by spirit or emotion. One of them, dressed in black, flexible clothing, leans backward and then lies down in a way that is visibly awkward. His body position makes something private very obvious, and the exposure feels embarrassing for everyone present. No one knows what to say. We glance at each other, unsure whether to acknowledge it, ignore it, or intervene. The moment hangs there, uncomfortable, human, unresolved. Vibration interpretation. This dream centers on boundaries within shared survival spaces. The open rooms without doors reflect a collective reality where privacy, responsibility, and accountability are constantly negotiated. Energetically, this environment asks, when does helping become enabling, and when does stepping back become abandonment? The resistance around taking out the trash highlights a vital vibrational distinction. Raising the vibration does not mean absorbing every shared burden indiscriminately. It means acting from clarity rather than guilt or coercion. The dumpster incident introduces the theme of systemic pressure. The sticker is symbolic of external authority imposing control on people already living at the margins. The dream does not call for heroics, it calls for witnessing. By simply telling the man that you saw what happened, you validate his experience and reduce isolation. That act alone raises coherence. The final scene in the courtroom or church exposes the vulnerability of spiritual and social performance. When inner states spill into public space without containment, discomfort arises. Not because something is wrong, but because the system lacks gentleness and attunement. Collectively, this dream offers a frequency of solidarity without self-erasure, seeing suffering clearly, naming it honestly, and choosing connection over silence, without taking on what is not yours to carry. DJ Dreamy Spin. The phrase, "not my responsibility," really stood out to me again in this dream. It wasn't about laziness, it was about boundaries. In shared environments, it's easy to feel taken advantage of or quietly resentful when responsibility isn't clear. What felt right was the moment where I told the man that I saw what happened to his dumpster. I didn't fix it. I didn't argue with the system. I just witnessed it with him so he wouldn't feel alone in it. That feels important. There's something deeply human about acknowledging when systems are oppressive without pretending we can solve everything. Sometimes raising the vibration is as simple and as hard as saying, "I see this. You're not imagining it." The awkward courtroom moment also felt honest. Not everything that emerges needs to be immediately corrected or explained away. Sometimes discomfort is information. This dream reminds me that compassion doesn't require over-functioning. Presence is often enough. Questions to raise your vibration. Where in your life might you be carrying responsibility out of obligation rather than choice? And what boundary is asking to be clarified? How might simply witnessing someone else's struggle without fixing it offer more healing than advice or intervention?